Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show y'all how to repaint a motorcycle engine cover. This particular cover is off of a 1972 Honda CB350. The first step when you're repainting it is to strip off the old paint. The paint on this one's already coming off a little bit, as you can see, but we're going to use aircraft remover to get off the rest of the paint. It's pretty heavy duty chemical, so be careful. Wear gloves and goggles when you're dealing with it and you should be okay. Alright, then we're going to use a chemical resistant paintbrush to paint it onto the cover. You want to apply it pretty liberally. As you can see, it's already working to lift the paint up. Once you've put the aircraft remover on the entire piece, you want to let it sit for 5 to 15 minutes to let the remover fully do its job. So we've waited 5 minutes. That's all we needed for this piece, for the paint to fully come off. Now we're going to use a plastic scraper to remove the paint off of the metal. Alright, so now we're at a point where we've gotten off all the paint we can with the plastic tool. So now what we're going to do is take this out and power wash the rest of the loose paint off, because that's the best way to do it. It's less time consuming and it does a better job than you could do just by hand. So once you've gotten the majority of the paint off, you can use a power washer to get the rest off. So I just shot it with the power washer. As you can tell, there's still some paint that needs to come off, so we're going to give it a second coat of the aircraft remover and then just repeat the process. So now we've given it a second coat of the paint remover, gone through the whole process again, and we've removed all the paint. So now what we're going to do is take a scotch pad and just rub it to rough up the surface a little bit so the paint will adhere better. So once you've used the scotch pad to rough up the surface, it's a good idea just to run over one last time with a paper towel to get up any remaining residue from either the scotch pad or just in general. And then once you've done all these steps, we are ready to paint. So when you're painting, it's good to have a large open ventilated area to paint. Put a drop cloth down to protect whatever surface you're painting on, and you should be good to go. Alright, the first layer of paint we're going to do is this primer. It doesn't actually say primer on it, but if you look on the back, it says engine primer. So you just have to look at the product code number to make sure you have the right thing. And every paint's different, but just read the directions. This one you're supposed to shake for a minute, and then there's a certain set of directions. So we're going to shake it, and then we'll be right back. So once you've shaken it up, you want to hold the can about 8 to 10 inches away from the piece, and then just spray in even strokes. Once you have it covered, we're going to let it dry for about 7-8 minutes, and then we'll apply the first layer of paint. So now we've let this dry for about 7-8 minutes. Now we're going to apply the first layer of paint. Follow the same sweeping motion that we did with the primer. Now we're going to let this layer dry for the same amount of time and then come back and do another coat. Now after we've applied the amount of coats that we want, we just have to let it dry, and depending on the paint you use, the curing process is different, but just follow the directions on the can and you should be okay with that.